Hello, hello, hello. Oh, my goodness. Uh, uh, um. Hello. Okay. Nice. Hi, guys. Hey, everyone. My name's Peach. I am here to play Oxygen Not Included again. Please bear with me. It's hard to stream and do all this all at the same time with not the correct equipment. But alright, let's go ahead and get started. New game, no sweat, standard. As per usual, this is what I do for these settings. And even though it's not survivor mode, I still can't make that much progress. We're gonna go ahead and keep this Merry Galaxy Colony name because I make so many that it's not worth being unique. We have a researcher, a lot of researchers, and a digger. One of these researchers I do not need. Let's re-roll for this guy. So let's build. Hmm. Let's get someone who can build. He can still dig, which is great. Okay, it's not that bad that the stress reaction is ugly crier, but this one's a little bit worrisome. We're gonna not worry about that. We're gonna have plenty of food. He's a binge eater. We have some pretty good overjoyed responses. Let's go ahead and begin with Joshua, Abe, and Harold. Begin. Okay. Let's see, let's get rid of those messages. I've played this so many times that I don't want to watch the messages. I've also played so many times and never made it that far. I should honestly read some of these messages, but I won't. What are some things that we need to do? Build an outhouse and an oxygen generator. So right now they're collecting some materials and it's also, removing it from their path. Over here in the top left corner, we can pause the game. We can play it medium speed and fast speed. I typically play at fast speed, but I'm going to go ahead and keep this at slow speed. All right, let's clear out this bottom piece. So if I zoom in here, you can see that there's oxygen here, and this oxalite is making, it's a sublimator, and it's creating this oxygen. But over here, there isn't any. This is all carbon dioxide. So you can see it when you hover over, it tells you what it is. So carbon dioxide is unbreathable. We're going to give them some work. Alright, he's running out of oxygen and he's going to dig. We'll give them work too. In fact, let's give them a lot of work. Over here, there's some more oxygen being generated, and these guys, let's take a look. They are muck root. So the muck root is natural. I don't know if you can grow this. This is what it looks like when you harvest it behind Harold there. And all I have to do is click this button or dig it out to harvest. I can also change the urgency of the errands down here on the bottom right. Wait, what was that? Enable and disable. Okay. To disable stuff, I typically just cancel. Interesting. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Okay, and they also have this ration box. We're gonna go ahead and say put all edibles in there right now, but it's a ration box that's unrefrigerated. So, um, if any of these things like go rotten, it'll spoil because it's unrefrigerated. They're doing a very great job. We have some things on the bottom left hand corner here where I can start building for the base. So we have a ladder and I'm going to go ahead and place this ladder here and I'm going to turn with O my pneumatic door. I'm also going to begin building here and digging that. What I want to do is get some bedrooms here. The cycle is only halfway through. I think I'm going to make more ladders because I want this to be a bedroom. And let's put another pneumatic door down there. We can do this and this to spice things up and clear this out because we're going to have room that's pretty big. Honestly, it doesn't need to be this big, but I want it that big. We have some oxygen diffuser down here because we need oxygen, right? It said no oxygen generator has been built. When you click on things that provide you something valuable, you can see the overlay in this top right hand corner. So it has it color coded for us. Like I said, that carbon dioxide is down here and it's unbreathable, but there could be other unbreathable substances that aren't carbon dioxide, to be honest. And there can be polluted oxygen, which is still breathable. It just makes you a little bit sick. I'm going to put this here, but it needs power. So when you like hold on to it, it also tells you how many resources it needs. But so what it requires is this, and the resources are algae and power. In order to even build it, it also requires resources. And it has some effects. So 10% decor in the area. I guess people are happy it's there. How do I make power? So I have a manual generator. This is like a hamster wheel. That's what they're going to do. They're going to sit on this hamster wheel for a bit. And there we go. We have a battery, some wire to connect it, and a manual generator. Then we have that wire connection down below. Doop doop. The cycle is almost over and they don't have a bathroom because I don't know, I kind of wasted time going this way, but they needed the metal, okay? They needed the metal. Also, because there's no air here, let me speed up. They can't breathe. Speeding up does not make them work faster while the cycle still goes slowly. The cycle also speeds up. The whole entire game is sped up. It's just for the purpose of me. Hello? Okay, I was looking at my person and my mouth wasn't moving. So it's just for the purpose of me. If I'm bored. And honestly, I am. Maybe that's because I'm an undiagnosed ADHDer. Do people say ADHDer? Okay, I would love if you guys built the things that would run the generator. That'd be great. Thank you. I could have changed the priority. I could have done that. This is my problem, y'all. We're also going to go ahead and select these cots to be down here. There we go. And then we'll do that. I'll also make a fourth cot because why not? Someone will get generated or something will get generated later on. So we have this printing pod. That's how we all started. They appeared from the printing pod. They are not real humans, but they do have real feelings. They are duplicates of somebody, I guess, in the way past who was also an Abe, a Harold, and a Joshua. I wonder if you can one day like just have multiple of the same duplicates and then you have to rename them. Because I am like literally able to name them what I want right now. But their core character will still be a Joshua and so forth. So, anyways, this printing pod has a cycle of three. A print cycle of 3 cycles. A print period of 3 cycles. That's a much better way to explain it. And honestly, it's a pretty good printing pod. It gives you different things. Oh, look. So here you can take a look at your skills. They don't have any right now, except for him, because he came with hard digging, even though I got him for building. So where you see the hearts at, that's what he likes to do. Diggers and researchers. We also have a colony summary. So they're about to pass their first cycle, and these are the things that I've used. I have a security door? Where? It must be somewhere within view. I can't see anything. So I'm just gonna go around the perimeter here. There it is, right there. That's the security door. I guess I want to start building up, but like I mentioned, this is a new biome, okay? You have some slime. You also have polluted water, and you might have some polluted oxygen, which I do see here. You can see the germs in the polluted thing. So slime lung germ, that's not good. Um, the germs that they are encountering now are not slime lung. It's just regular germs. They need to go ahead and build some toilets. So what I'm going to do is get some outhouses here. Here. Oh, let me not do that. Medicine. They need a wash basin. And then they can have 3 outhouses and another wash basin. Okay. So with that being the way it is, I'm also going to need some water. Okay. I am just going to dig a path. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Honestly, I don't need that. Yo, are you slow? He's got a full bladder. That's why I need y'all to hurry. Work faster. And they all 3 need to use the toilet, okay? This has a little red symbol on it because, well, there's no water. Insufficient resources. Hurry! I don't know when they're gonna go pee, but it doesn't need to be right now. I can't have diseases already. Hurry! Okay, the first person to use the bathroom should be now. Thank you, Joshua. Oh, Harold. Ah, Abe. I was working on it. Okay, so I have this mop and it can mop up liquids. So we're just going to do that real quick. Um, let's just open that door. And in the place of all of that is polluted water in a jug. And I have to like release it somewhere. Like how all this water is here, I have to do that for this polluted water. As you can see, it can emit polluted oxygen. Right now, it's not, but it can do that if it sits there for long enough. It's just disgusting. Okay, this right here is producing pretty good oxygen, but it says it's at max gas pressure. I've never dealt with that very well, to be honest. It's telling me what it means. Yeah, pump gas away or clear more space. But I'm working on it. Ugh. When you know something in your head, but you can't really do anything about it yet, that's the struggle. Do I have to have this mic right up on my mouth? I feel like I shouldn't have to. Hey, okay. I hope I don't have to have this microphone so close up on me. Man, it is really boring when they're going so slowly. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, I should stop singing. Not that I sing very well, but I mean, I've got a solid choir voice. I can sing with people, okay? Maybe not alone, but definitely in a group. All right, Harold, you're doing a great job, but now you're idle. Oh, everyone's idle. Let's just do that. And let's clear that. Okay. All right. So I'm clearing the area like they told me to. I'm going to build this way so that I can dig up. And then, boop, 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 another horizontal door. And stairs that lead up. Boink. Okay. And then, one day, that'll be necessary. Okay. Not right now, but one day. That's foundations. And I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, it's already downtime. Oh, by the way, I can adjust their schedule here. So I can add a new schedule. Let's call this one first shift. Maybe I'll start naming them by jobs. Second shift. And then I can like move the second shift around when they have bedtime, bath time, and downtime. I can also remove some of these so someone could work whenever, like all the time, and they're just overworked. But I'm not going to do that right now. It's a possibility. You have consumables, what they're allowed to eat. You have vitals, their skills, we saw that, and priorities. So he's really good at that. I'm just going to double that. All right. And then there's some stuff where it'll have an X on it where they're just not good at it at all. Good job, y'all. The cycle is almost done. So maybe around here they'll start. You know what? I'm gonna open and copy that setting. It could be open, it just has to be a separate room. And that's what we're going to get from this stuff. Is it simply being a room? The doors do not have to be closed though, and it saves some time. Sometimes I do that. So for my job, I am a BIM designer, and the program I use on Autodesk from Autodesk is Revit. And I think they might all have this same function where you can escape twice to leave a function, like just to make sure you should escape twice. And I do that here, and the second escape is unnecessary for this game, but it's a habit now. Ooh, someone has an attribute. And what else do we have? We have bed and bath. Nice. Someone just has a regular attribute, no skills. Okay. I should inspect this. So, with you guys as my witness, I have a printing pod inspection. There's a new database entry that I discovered. Now, I played this game for the first time probably in like 2016 or something like that, and it keeps all of your database stuff, which sucks. So, you have things like death in the colony, right? There's no one has died in this particular round, but it keeps my stuff, and it even keeps the journals. Some of these journals I've never seen ever again, and some of these logs I've never seen ever again. It's so hilarious to me that at once upon a time I was making it pretty far, but honestly, I don't know if the game was easier at one point or was it harder. All I know is that in the past 2 years, I haven't been doing that well. It's already been 22 minutes and I'm only trying to do an hour stream. Ugh, it's so weird to go this slow. I'm only on cycle 3. So what? I'm going to be on cycle 6 by the end of this? That's crazy. Hmm. Well, the reason why I wanted to close this off to be a room is because you have these overlays, right? Well, you also have a room overlay all the way on the right side corner, and it gives you bonuses for your morale. Oh, let me get out. Choose a blueprint. So as you can see, there's duplicates and there are other things. Sometimes you can get food, you can get resources like minerals, and you can get animals. She's narcoleptic. I don't need her right now. Oh, that's so cool. There's going to be a lot of meteor showers, so maybe I should get him. But also, he's germ resistant. But he might get sick a little bit. What? Oh, wait, no, no, no. He just can't make medicine that fast. And he gets treatment slowly? What the heck? Good thing he's germ resistant. I'm gonna go ahead and get him. I need more diggers. We're going to ignore how that sounds like another word. Oh yeah, here you can see all the resources I've come in contact with so far. I wonder why that's there. It must be because it's in the zones where I could technically see those locations, like up here somewhere. Yeah, there's some stuff up there. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I am kind of old. And it's 30 till midnight for me. 40 till. Idle? Don't be idle now. Alright, we need them to be building. So let's go ahead and make this a room too. Alright. And it tells you when you have the certain shifts, right? I need to make a station. Ooh, the oxygen has spread pretty nicely, you know? Um, what should I do tomorrow? Food. I do need food. I'll make a room here. Ah! I forgot. So, depending on how much you play this game, you can get other blueprints of stuff. And I have this nifty blueprint here. We're just going to use that. Very well, then. All right. And then, oops, we'll put the station for now here. Later on, it will move somewhere else. But for now, it's where I said it is. We gotta connect some power. I know there's only one guy running at the moment. Was it Harold? It was Harold. Thank you, Harold. We have some skills to update. Travaldo, the newest guy, we're gonna give him hard digging and we're gonna give him a hat. Why don't my new guys have a hat? Oh, there's a meteor shower. He should have better morale. Oh yeah, by the way, that's what the morale is for. So they have these morale points, right? And that's what you spend on the things. And you can see the red here. They have this many morale and they need 1 or 2, 3, 6. And you don't want to surpass their morale. Working too hard before they're ready feels familiar. Alright, mush bar. This mush bar is not the best. It's just dirt and water. But you know what? They're not starving. I'm gonna make 20 for now. Again, let's leave that door open. I'm also gonna leave this door open. And these are just doors that let through oxygen, so I'm just opening all the doors. And then I'm gonna need someone to start researching. So, oops, my bad. I forgot you guys have not played with me. Maybe you've played on your own, but I should be talking about stuff. So this is the research category here, and you can see all the different things to research. There's a lot, right? We're at food right now. You can go in any order. There's no particular way, except for left to right you have to do. You can see these lines that connect it, so you need the previous stuff in order to move on. So for food, I'm going to be making this basic farming kit and meal preparation at the same time. And then when I get to food repurposing, I can have a full-blown kitchen. Now, when I get to agriculture, I can choose animal control, but I can also do ranching and get to animal control. So some of these paths intersect. After I do that, I'm just going to go down to colony development. That's pretty important. Man, they're so slow. Boop. Fast speed. Entombed. Open up. I mean, free yourself. Good job. Let us look at the germs. So we have food poisoning, slime lung. Oh, that's disinfected. Ooh, can I put that back? Oh, zombie spores and fluorescent. So some people have allergies. Huh. I've never really played around with that. Huh. Hmm. maybe that would have made things easier at times. I don't like it. Alright, I'm just checking my stream out here. I have no one watching. Boo. That's okay though. I'm just here to practice streaming. Alright, they finished. So we have oxygen. Here's an algae terrarium. I don't have the direct power into it, but yeah, it kind of makes. What does it do? It gives you polluted water, which can, if left alone too long, can produce polluted oxygen, even though it provides me with oxygen. So it's a little double-edged sword, but it doesn't use energy. It uses my water though. Ugh. Then I have food. Now that I can make my own ration box, I can like move that one or destroy it for materials, and I need a planter box. Look, these are all common quality, and that's regular, I guess. So we're gonna put some boxes here. What happened? Oh, there's a meteor shower. Okay. It says I don't have enough oxygen being generated. I have some, but just not enough. And we're gonna ahead and put this there. We have some mess tables as well. So we have 4 people, right? Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go ahead and build some tiles there. As we were digging around, we found things in the ground. 4 millwood, 1 bristle blossom. Now, millwood is good. It creates lice loaf. It's just one step up from mush bars. This bristle blossom, it has floral scents. Not the best for those with allergies. Mm, I don't like that it calls it germs though, but I guess if it's not good for your body, it counts. La 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 la. I only have 4 of them. There we go. Good to go. I need to do some colony development next. I'm kind of thirsty. I also have to finish my steps. Oh my goodness. I need 3,000 more steps before I go to bed. Let's go look at this. Okay? Sorry. It's literally bedtime. That's why I'm only playing for about 30 more minutes. Great job, researcher. I now have a water cooler. They can go over there and meet. I also have a crafting station, which is great for later, but not right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this terrarium here, here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Why? Because the oxalite is gone. Some resources deplete themselves naturally. Oxalite is one of those things. I'm going to cancel that bottom. And go ahead, clear that out like this. You can see this material here. It's called sand. If you remove this, it falls. That's what was causing this to get blocked a lot earlier. Entombed is the word they use. Yes, I've learned about scheduling. Oops, press that escape button by accident. I need more oxygen. Ooh, nice job. You get to wear an advanced research hat. Why isn't anybody else doing well? Outdoor renovations. That must have been when I built up here. Like, probably right there. Matter of fact, let me just keep building up. Boink, 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 boink. So since I built this ladder here below that, it technically counts as a dig. Oops. Great job. I now have the capability to make a supercomputer and do advanced research. Oops. And a skill scrubber. Look at that. Entombed. He's happy. Someone else has some skills. Finally. And Abe will get this hat. Nice. After that research, I'm going to go down here to decoration. I'm doing two at a time right now because honestly it's just really fast. They're both novel research levels. So it only has one line, which is novice research, and here that's when you'll need the supercomputer. So I'm just knocking two things out of the way. I'm going to need it anyway. It has no water. Get that water. I'm going to also build this so that when I'm here, I can just build a ladder and it won't spill down. Is this, uh, it's overpressured, is that why it's not emitting? But when it's good pressure, it's going to? Printing pod! So this is an oxfern seed. I can plant it and it will give me oxygen if it's in the right conditions. I should do that, honestly. I'm gonna do it. What do I need? What? But where should I put it? I'll just put it here. But what if there's no carbon dioxide? You know what? Copy here. And I've got all these things that I'll talk about later. There's another millwood seed, so I'm going to go ahead and grow that too. Great. I have a great way to make oxygen if I have carbon dioxide available. Plant, which also means destroy. Very good. Ah, there's carbon dioxide and regular oxygen in here. Ah! You see that? Polluted oxygen. Ugh, gross. Entombed? Who? Oh, right there again. How much? Sand. One more block of sand coming right up. Great. Consume. So I can increase decor with these. Alright. I'll just put this here. Oh, maybe here and here. I'll cancel that. And I'll just do that and that. Yay! There we go. Research is complete. Let's start some more. We need this. And I'm going to press the harvest button on everything. And whenever they come upon it, just harvest it. Harvest it. That too. These two. I could just bulldoze my way in here and somebody will have slime lung. Does it ever cure itself? Who knows? There's so much water, which is great. I'm not complaining. Just stating the obvious. So those are some ventilation equipment. And fun fact, I work in HVAC. And remember, I'm the BIM designer. But I'm not an engineer. So despite that, I do have some basic understanding of the HVAC systems. I'm just not quite all the way there. Like there's something missing in my brain that's unwilling to learn more and understand this completely. You know? They're dying here. What the heck? They can't breathe. Why has this got so much though? It should spread. Hmm. I'm gonna make new bedrooms for them then. Up here. Yeah, great idea. So what I'm going to do is make a bedroom. Boink, 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 boink. Put a cot in there. Ooh, a manual door. And then 2 spots over there. And that can go there. And this can go there. And they can have their own mess table. We can also put that there. Trapped! Destroy. I didn't even have to destroy that. I didn't do that. Cancel that. Place this there. Do that. And build it all again. 3 tiles wide. So this, this, and this. That, and that. Yeah. Put a cot at the end and a table there. Voila. Long commutes. I know it's pretty far. I don't have any lice loaf yet. Did they eat it? They did. All right. Next, we're going to set this up. All right, 15 more minutes and then I'll be done. Hopefully I remember where I left off. And also hopefully I remember to just stream again. You're going to see the good, the bad, the ugly. Me not winning. Make this 3 wide. And do it again. Boink, 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 boink. Some airflow tiles there. And a pneumatic door there. The reason why I covered this up this time is because I'm just going to have this be, what is that, 9, 9, 9. What's 9 times 3? 18 plus 9. My brain hurts. 27 plus 2 more. 29. Wide. Furniture. Cot. There we go. One of these guys, Abe, can be up there. This can also be Abe's. Yeah, you can assign these, by the way. You can assign bathrooms too, which I'm going to go ahead and put right over here. Plumbing updated and ventilation. I have a gas filter and a liquid filter with piping and duct systems. Can I make lice loaf yet? No. They have plenty of food though. Research shall continue. Alright, it's time for them to get some pharmaceutical stuff. This is doing pretty good. You know, choose a blueprint, rust, or duplicates. More digging qualities. They can't build and they have less science. But is it worth it? I think it is. Come on in, Quinn. You tired? Or you can't breathe? Oh, you can't breathe. I need another oxygen fern. Alright, what we're going to do is put this there. Then, right here, that's where the power is going to be. With an algae terrarium right there. Thanks for the apothecary. And a lamp with decent quality right there. That looks beautiful. Let's get those wires going. So I want the wires to go underground. And there. Okay. They're doing great. Harold, this is yours now. Joshua, this is yours. So get to work. High priority. Put these doors back to the way they were. And they don't need to eat that bad. copy these settings to all the doors. Right now, you are free. Yes, I know I have unrefrigerated food. Meal lice. There's 0, but it has been in here before. There's meal lice right now. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. 3, 4. I'll put that at 6. Ah! They need irrigation. I'll put that at 6. There's food poisoning? Who put it in there? Okay. Did someone eat that meal lice? Alright, what's next on my research station? Power. Doobie doobie dooba doobie doobie dooba. Perry. Perry the platypus. Alright, I can also see the light here and decor. So it's going great. Yes. Soon. What? Copy these settings, I say. That doesn't work. So they don't waste time opening the door. It's just open already. Is this not a room? It's because I have an industrial material machinery inside. Does this count as industrial machinery? No. Awesome. Awesome. So I have a mess hall and barracks. How do I get luxury ones? A comfy bed. I've never had a comfy bed, except for the ones that I found in the game. Let me go ahead and get those bathrooms underway. Alrighty. We'll do this, we'll do this, and we'll do this. Do I have to change something? That's a lot of hand washing stations if I do that. Oh. It is what it is. So I have a jumbo battery now. It is infinitely times better than the regular battery. La 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 la. Now, I can do this. Alright. And I can also put an algae terrarium here. Set to go left, duplicate. And then, ooh-wee, what did I do? Work quickly, y'all. That polluted oxygen is about to invade my space. Hey, copy. Oh. What? Copy. There. And I have a coal generator. A wood burner too. Alright. This is Joshua's. This one, I believe, is Harold. And that is Abe. Hurry up, Abe. This is yours. Y'all eat separately from everybody else. Alright. We're winding down here with 4 more minutes. And I'll end by selecting some research. How about this research? Alright. Let's zoom in. Travaldo's doing a great job. Abe, good job. Quinn, Joshua, Harold, great jobs. Time to go to bed. They saw some friends and they're napping well. I believe this is a pretty good build out. Joshua's still eating. Oh my gosh, he has yucky lungs. Does everyone have yucky lungs? Yeah. They're about to get more yucky lungs. Ugh, gross. And we're going to go ahead and end it there. Thank you very much for watching. Oxygen not included again with Peach.